Okay, here we go. I'm going to get a bit of music. Welcome to World on the Fly. This is episode 5, ladies and gentlemen. There's your world. Look at the space. We've got everything here. It's all happening. Oh yeah. I'm getting into the groove, you know. I don't want it to be gold, you know. That's Africa. And South America, which is where we left off last time. Oh, that's enough of that. Okay, we might go back to that in a little while. I always like to have an intro because you people are really used to intros and that type of thing. Now, what World on the Fly is doing here, it's an unedited description of the environmental degradation of our planet. And I'd like to point out the 3 areas every time. This is the grey, browny, whitey area, which is desert or semi-desert. We've got the lime green area here and the dark green area, which is rainforest. Now, we left you last time in the modern-day city of Trujillo, which is right here. Now, as we zoom in on Trujillo, we see that the area where the people have lived since the 12th century, and if we go in here and get Wikipedia on, I'll show you something. Oh, let me show you something, as a friend of mine once said. Wikipedia. We're going to get that on and look up the king of the Chan Empire, right? Have you heard of the Chan Empire? Because while that's happening, I'll point out to you that this is the modern day place where the Chan Empire was founded by a king, Chan Empire, who said to his followers, I don't know if it's on here, Chan Empire, right, was the largest city of the pre-Columbian era in South America. Okay? It's 5 kilometers in thing, and it's now the modern day city of Trujillo. Okay, we're going to go there in a minute. Now, I can't see the bit here that I remember reading before, but it did say that the king convinced people that he should be the king because he came out of the ocean in an egg. Okay? All I can say about that is politicians have much better stories to tell these days. But people believed it, and they kept living there and living according to how the king suggested, which was, of course, the usual, let's change the landscape. We've got to put some goats in. We've got to get rid of all the trees. Do you remember what trees look like? Because I did mention that before. Trees, right, is the main reason we're talking about land degradation, is because the thing that has been taken away mostly has been trees, and that's what a tree looks like, in case you forgot. Now, if you go into Trujillo in northwestern Peru, you'll see a green area. Of course, all these green areas are man-made, unlike this green area over here, right? You zoom out, that green area there is natural. These green areas here have been altered by man. Now, my contention is that once upon a time, not so long ago, all of the brown and grey areas, including this area here, and especially the big one on the World Island, from there, from eastern Mongolia all the way through to the west of Africa, was destroyed by the actions of man. And I'm going to not prove it, but I'm going to show you my take on it. And we'll go back to Trujillo, which is where we were, to find out what happened. Now, in someone's daily life, where's Trujillo gone? I know where it is because it's got those green bits around the other bits. It's not that far up, it's in here somewhere. Can you see it? Can you help me out? Where is it? I've lost it. I usually go straight into here. Oh, here it is. That when all these barren lands here in these mountains, which looks like something out of Jerusalem, were covered with the luxuriant foliage, the king who came out of the ocean and said he came from an egg, and which is a nutcase, right, told everybody else that they had to do what he said, which was they want to turn everything into little palaces and things, and that's what they've done. We go into the modern day city of Trujillo and we take ourselves right down onto the street level and go through the now city of Trujillo. You can see that the buildings are stark. And they're only 2 stories because they ran out of materials. That's a nice one. It must be a modern one. The trees are a secondary thought, and they're crowded out by the buildings, right? And this is the case in most cities of the world. Trees are given a second-class citizen license, and they don't like them much. They like to put the agriculture on the edge of town. These are a few orchard trees. It could be olives or some type of fruit tree there. But if you go out further, you'll see that the green bits are just dotted around the city, and the main agricultural production is on the edge of the city, right? And this would be the food bowl for that city of Trujillo, not to mention some exporting. But if you look where the people live, and those were the rich people that we were looking at there, in the middle of the city, if you go to the outskirts of the city, it becomes more stark, less trees. You see that? And this is where they live in little mud huts. This looks like it could be ancient ruins of the original city of Trujillo. Right here, I'd say that was where Chan Chan himself lived, or whatever his name was, right? So what I'm getting at is daily life. Just building, warring, clearing, whatever you say you do, whatever your job is, you're taking your little part in the destruction of the world day by day, until eventually all of the world, the best place to live, will look like this. There won't be any rich areas. It'll all end up being the impoverished area with no more agricultural to support it, and you'd be scratching around in the dirt, right? Do you want that? I don't think so. So thank you for joining me for number 5. Now a bit of music to finish with, right? Number 5. Let's have a different one this time. Thank you for joining me for number 5, World on the Fly. And I hope you understand that, whoops, we upside down. I hope you understand your part in how it all works. Africa. This thing turns it around, doesn't it? Hang on, I'm lost. Oh, there we are. Next time, we're going to go to the World Island. I think you're ready for it. See you then.